everybody. I wanted to come to you this morning to let you know that it's okay to admit if you're broken. It's okay to admit when you're going through things. See, a lot of times in life, as a male, we are told that if you cry, you're a punk. You you show emotion, you weak. You you step out of being tough. You're not what a man's supposed to be. I want you to understand that that's not true. It's okay for a man to cry sometimes, but don't stay there. It's okay for a man to show his vulnerability, but you don't have to live there. When you stand in position and believe what everybody has to say that your emotion is, you become subjective to it. You got to be willing to accept yourself for who you are, emotions at all, and don't care who sees it, whether they love you or not, whether they care about you or not. I've come to tell you, if you don't remember anything out of this, you are human. It don't matter what everybody has to say. Reason why I'm talking about this today is because we are talking about ask for wisdom. Where's the wisdom behind being your authentic self? Where's the wisdom behind showing your emotion? Where's the wisdom behind you crying? The wisdom behind it comes from healing. The wisdom behind your healing comes with understanding where you are. Now, when you become in recognition of where you are, you must make the choice. Do I want to stay there? Do I want to remain the same? Or do I want growth? Secondly, you have to be willing and bold enough to write it down. Thirdly, be willing to make a plan, to give it to God, to walk in faith in it, to know that where you are is not the end all be all. Let me be straight with you. I lost a position due to me being charismatic to my family. When I mean my family, my wife, my children, me making sure that I make the right decision. And sometimes I would be in a position where I wake up, feel discouraged, but I'll get up and pray. And every time I turn around, I have an interview, another interview, back to back, and I'll still push. And then I had to turn around and recognize where I am. For 8 years, for 8 wonderful years, we had a condo. We went from a condo to a house that's fully paid for. You're not hearing me. I went from a condo to a house that's fully paid for the year. Now, we it may not happen the way we wanted. We may not had it the way we wanted, but without having a job that I needed, everything still got taken care of because I prayed and gave it to God. I was stressed out through the whole thing. Now I have a time and opportunity within a year's time to get back up and to gain all resources. And I'm saying this out loud and telling you because if God can do it for me and my family, He can do it for you. If you be willing to ask for the wisdom and be willing to spend time with God and be willing to get the understanding that you need, be willing to stand on His promises, be willing to be able to still go out there and keep looking, still go out there and get what you're after, still go out there and get what you need. What God wants you to do when you're asking for wisdom is to depend and rely on faith and know that God is going to provide the rest. Ask for wisdom. When you feel discouraged and you don't know what to do, ask for wisdom. Instead of pleading, and pleading and pleading. God didn't say plead. He said, knock and he'll answer. Seek and you'll find. Ask, you'll receive. So all this time, all I've been doing is knocking, seeking, asking, receiving. And I keep doing this because I know I didn't gain all these things to lose so much. I know I didn't gain all these things to lose so much. So with this, people, please remember, as you go through life, as you stand up and look through your life, if you truly believe in God, if you truly want to walk on the narrow road, you got to be willing to go through these tough things that you're going to deal with throughout your life. Life is not easy. And still be able to knock, seek, ask, and receive. You may feel so much pain knowing you got family, or you not be able to get the things you're wanting, or you may have lost somebody this year. And I can't say that that's easy. I just lost my grandfather. I my I can't tell you how that feels. And I can't tell you how you should feel about what you're dealing with. But I want you to know, no matter what you're dealing with, no matter what you're going through, ask for wisdom. Pray about what you're dealing with and be willing to get up and make the change. Okay? Stop caring about everybody else. Care about who you're connected to. Being connected to somebody that's going to help you grow and be better. Being connected with some people that's going to help you get to the next stage in life. Because in my life perspective right now, I am a Black educated man that's getting a doctorate. I came from not barely knowing how to read, barely know how to do mathematics as a young child, trying to teach myself, to being given parental parties that's teaching me everything, to going and getting more and more. And I stepped out on faith on what I'm worth so that I can give my family that I have. I've been married for 8 years with 2 children now. I have to produce, give them what I never had. And even before the children came, I prayed to God and said, hey, I want to be, if they ask me for $2, I want to be able to give them $4. They ask me for $100, I want to be able to give them $300. But what does that mean? I have to stay true to what I asked God for and keep asking, receive, and knock, and be willing to take the steps to get there. In spite of how I may feel at times. Because if you keep diligently working in what you're wanting, you will get that. Even in fitness and health, for me as a man that I am, I started out at 165 to 155. Now I'm 205. 85% muscle mass, the rest is body fat. Diligently working, asking, receiving, knocking. God is willing to give you what you're after, but are you willing to walk with him to receive? In spite of what everybody else has to say, in spite of what everybody else thinks and feels, can you be willing to walk with God and ask for wisdom? No more window washing. Ask for wisdom. Stop looking through somebody else's window, looking at what they got. Ask for wisdom on how they got there and ask God to help build you to get there. And start sitting with people that are where you want to be in life so that you can get those things that you need. Ask for wisdom. God bless y'all.